Hey, what's up?
Ready for book club?
I am obsessed.
This is the worst.
What do you mean?
No, idiot.
Welcome to book club. Welcome to book club.
Hi,
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to book
club. I'm very excited today because we are talking about Onyx Storm.
I don't have my book, but you can.
And both of us got the Amazon pre-order, so it has the sprayed edges with the dragons. And unpopular opinion, I like this one better than the Target version.
I don't remember what the Target version looks like, to be
The Target version was
truthful.
the same, like, smoky vibe, but it was just one dragon with, like, a little smoke tendril, like one flying dragon.
Oh,
And, like, I do like that it had the little silk bookmark in it.
Yeah.
But, like, I like the edges better on this one. I like having all the different dragons, and I like that notice that it's 5 dragons and 3 of them are golden, and this is the 3rd book in the series. I don't think that she's confirmed. I don't think she's confirmed how many books are going to be in the series yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were 5.
I think it is 5.
Has she said that?
I could be making that up. I don't know.
But I like that it was 3 dragons are golden, 2 are not. And this is the 3rd book.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's good. What did you rate it? 5 stars?
Good. Yeah, I rated it 5 stars.
I also
Can you
rated
hear
it 5
Olive?
stars. No? What's she doing?
I thought that's what you were laughing at. Oh, she's just losing her ever-loving shit at the door. Her paw's like under the fucking door, and she's screaming. Anyways.
Okay, where do we even start? So, with just letting you know, if you haven't read Onyx Storm yet, there will be spoilers.
Don't watch this.
So go read the books and then come back and watch this episode. We haven't had an episode in a while that had spoilers. Like this one will have spoilers. This one will have spoilers big time. And if you haven't watched our episodes on Fourth Wing and Iron Flame that we did last year,
my God,
you
go
really
do
should.
it now.
They are
because
so funny.
We were drinking in the Iron Flame episode.
Flame
we made
drinks.
We got
super drunk and filmed the episode. So,
and unfortunately, we are lightweights. Well, I'm a lightweight.
I am also a lightweight.
And they're really funny.
Yeah, they're
But we
really
say
funny.
everything wrong, so just...
Yeah, no, at the time, we were not listening to the audiobooks. Now, I listen to Onyx Storm with the audiobook, and so I used to say, what all did we say wrong? We got Bodhi right, Xaden, Violet, obviously. Taryn and Scale, we had that. And Darna had that. Rhiannon, is that how you say it?
I think.
Yeah, I think it's Rhiannon.
Basgayath. We were not saying that. We were saying Basgayath.
In my brain, when I was reading it, I was reading Basgayath.
That's crazy. I was just reading Basgayath or some.
I was reading Basgayath.
I don't know what I was reading.
Something
actually.
weird.
I don't know. Back to the video. We said that wrong. Auric. Yeah,
we were saying Eric, which I still kind of prefer.
Is
Eric
still correct
over Auric.
Yeah.
The biggest one that I had wrong was Riddick. I was saying Rhydock.
Oh my God, no! Yeah, we were saying Rhydock. That was the big one.
Which now that I have listened to it and read the book, I'm like, no, you're right. It is Riddick.
No, it
Why
is
the
Riddick.
fuck was I saying Rhydock?
No, I don't know why we were saying that. It's embarrassing.
It's really embarrassing.
I hate my least favorite thing is when I'm like reading a book and then I accidentally realize that I've been pronouncing something wrong the whole time, and then there's like footage of me on the internet saying it the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Get an ice pick and shove it in my eye. That's so
because
embarrassing.
I still see people talk about Akatar and say Ianthe as Ianthe.
No. I swear to God, we didn't listen to the audiobooks for that. If it is Ianthe in the audiobooks,
no, it's not.
Bye. Goodbye.
Ianthe sounds way better than Ianthe.
Ianthe is fucking diabolical.
a girl who like lived in a trailer park and had
I was about to say, it sounds like your great aunt who lives in the trailer park and there are no front steps and you've got to hop in that bitch and she's chain smoking cigarettes on her recliner.
That's Aunt Ianthe.
That's Ianthe.
No, absolutely not. Ianthe is the priestess in Akatar.
Yes.
You're going to catch these hands if you say it differently.
You're going to catch these hands.
Yeah, so it is embarrassing that we were saying Rhydock when it is in fact Riddick. That's super unfortunate
what can you
for
do?
us.
You can't have it all.
You can't have it all, and you can't be sexy, funny, smart, and pronounce all the names in your fantasy book correct. One of them has to go, and unfortunately,
wow, I don't think I hit either of any of those things.
I think
no,
you do.
I'm funny.
You're funny and sexy and hot and smart, and you're huffing Vicks vapor. Why?
I am stuffy.
I didn't know you were still sick. I think you're just addicted to Vicks.
Is this what I sound like all the time?
No, you sound fine.
Okay. No, I don't.
Like you sound like a little scratchy, but I didn't know it was like as bad as it was a couple days ago.
No, it is not as bad as it was a couple days ago.
Vicks, that's crazy.
Like it.
I think you're addicted to it.
You can't get addicted to Vicks. It's fucking petroleum and...
You could get addicted to the fumes, maybe.
No, it's just menthol.
You're huffing it the way that they're like, hey, don't huff spray paint.
You know what? And I would huff spray paint and gasoline both because they smell good.
They do.
What do you want from me? Stop telling me what to do with my life.
Hear me out. A really good, clean freezer. You know what I'm talking about? Like a freezer smell, but not like a gross freezer.
I can't say that I am. I can't say that I'm familiar with freezer smell. Personally.
Well, okay, let's move on from that then. Thank you.
Before we finish talking about Onyx Storm, can we just very briefly, for 4 seconds, talk about the Grammys?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Grammys a little bit. Taylor should have won. Sorry.
Honestly, no. I don't even. As I'm sitting here in my Eras Tour sweatshirt, if we're going off of streams, yeah, Taylor should have won. But
I can acknowledge that Swifties are a little crazy.
No, I definitely can acknowledge, and I can acknowledge that I am biased.
I think TTPD is ahead of its time.
I do too.
And that is why it didn't win any awards. I would have been totally, fully supportive if Billie won, if Charlie XCX won, if even
Sabrina
I would say
won.
Short and Sweet is not even. I loved Short and Sweet, but I wouldn't put it on the level of Hit Me Hard and Soft.
No,
like I am a bigger Sabrina fan than I am a Billie fan, but I would put Billie's album above Sabrina's, and I would have been happy if Sabrina's won.
I would have been happy if Chapel won. I would have been happy if Andre 3000 won. I would have been happy if anybody else won. But I think the fact that last year at the Grammys, Jay-Z had the fucking audacity to get up on that stage. If we ever get killed, please refer back to this. Jay-Z had the audacity to get up on that stage and say Beyonce has the most Grammys of all time or some fucking shit, and she's never won Album of the Year. So then make Album of the Year.
Whose fault is that?
Album.
Whose fault is that? Like, listen, I'm not.
And I'm not even gonna sit here and say like
keep going.
Hater. I'm not gonna sit here and say that some of Beyonce's albums didn't necessarily deserve fucking the pink and black one. I don't remember which one that's on. Partition was
that was great.
Lemonade
was amazing.
Lemonade, yeah, I agree, probably should have won Album of the Year. I don't remember if it was even nominated, what year that was. I'm not sure. But Lemonade was a good fucking album. Lemonade was good. Na Diva is a female, whatever fucking album Diva is off of. I think it might be Partition, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know.
I'm
not trying to be a He-Man woman hater, but
no, me neither.
I just don't think, and it's not anything against Beyonce. I personally, like, the way that some people don't get the hype with Taylor Swift, I just don't get the hype with Beyonce. I really don't. And especially not albums.
Also, why is she still with Jay-Z?
Literally.
Nothing pisses me off more than women who will stay with their shitty man.
I agree.
Leave his ass.
And I just think that the other albums were better. Cowboy Carter was not, like, it wasn't a bad album. The Renaissance tour looked amazing. But like,
no, and I'm sure if you're in an Old Navy, you can get down to some Cowboy Carter. But is anybody listening to it like voluntarily?
If you're shopping in a department store, then yeah, it probably sounds great coming from those speakers. And that is an evergreen album that probably will keep making her money because of Texas Hold'em and the one with the chains or something. What is that one?
I don't know. I literally don't fucking know.
I just like. I did listen to almost the entire album, and like it's okay. I don't get it. I don't know. I think it's sketch. And I think that she's not beating those allegations that if you don't mention Beyonce, you die.
No, literally.
I don't know. She's not beating them. She might not be confirming them, but she ain't beating them.
She's not beating him for sure. Yeah, no, it's just fucking weird. Crazy. I would have been, I think literally any album deserved to win over Cowboy Carter. Yeah. And I'm not going to like, I don't know. I just keep the country album of the year wrong also. Okay. It wasn't even a country album.
Okay. She looked surprised when she got that award.
No, literally, because there were actual country artists and I don't remember who, but like even Post Malone's album was more country than Cowboy Carter, I think.
Yeah, it was. I listened to it.
I didn't really listen to either, but I mean, I don't know. It's just like hot takes.
The worst part of the Grammys, though, the Liam tribute.
Oh my fucking God.
The Liam Payne tribute.
I could not handle it.
Out. That was painful in my soul.
I was crying. Crying. Also, so Harry Styles, please come back. Have you seen all the memes about Benson Boone and Harry Styles?
No.
They're like I saw a tweet earlier, and it was like, it wasn't a tweet, it was an Instagram tweet or whatever, and it was like, Harry baby, please come back. There's men in sparkly onesies and they're flipping off pianos.
No, literally, please come back.
Please come back. I cannot do another year without Harry Styles. I'm going to throw myself into my grave unless he comes back with an album. Like, I need it deep within my soul.
No, I know. But, I need it.
Anyways, also, a few months back in one of our summer episodes, we talked shit about Brat, and I just want to say that I recant my statements. I don't agree with those statements anymore.
I was thinking about that. I don't think we talked shit about Brat, but there were people saying that I would still argue that I don't think Brat is as good as TTPD or Hit Me Hard and Soft. But what we were talking about in that episode was that, I mean, we were drunk also.
People thought Taylor was
blocking the charts. And that's
not a thing.
It's a bullshit thing. It's like, okay, if one artist keeps winning, it's because you need to make a better album, maybe.
No, literally.
I don't know what to tell you.
I saw a TikToker, like I just watched a TikTok, and some guy was like, "This Katy Perry should be where Taylor Swift is in fame," and they were like, "No, because." If like, okay, fine. If you say these artists should be where Taylor Swift is, then you go stream their music on fucking repeat. And then like person in the video, they were like, why is Katy Perry not where Taylor Swift is? Because people have ears. Which was like fucking hilarious and so mean. But like,
because there was one weird song Katy Perry released after not releasing anything for years and years. She released something where she was sitting on a table. And there was like food all over her, and it was like she was on like a Harley and then covered in food. I don't know. It was kind of yucky.
Was it not the? I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was
like Yummy era. Why were we so obsessed with like food bits?
No, literally, Yummy is
the worst song that has ever been released, and you can argue with the fucking wall. Yummy is my fucking nemesis. Like
No,
Yummy was my 13th reason that year.
I would argue that Bruno Mars' new song Fat, Juicy, and Wet,
Bye.
I would argue
Get
that song is better than Yummy.
It's better than Yummy. It's better than Yummy, but I don't fucking like it. It's better than Yummy. But quite frankly, man. I will listen to Miss Rachel before I listen to Yummy.
No, I know.
Like, turn on Cocomelon. And I hate kids. I don't want to listen to their shit. But turn that on before you turn on Yummy around me, or else it's on fucking sight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a bad one. Okay, yeah. Onyx Storm time.
Anyways, Onyx Storm.
Okay, again, here we go with the spoilers, so get ready for that. We come out the gate. The whole plot of the book is there's like 2 end goals for Violet. Violet is trying to, 1, find a cure for Xaden because he's gone venom. I guess what's not fully ever explained is that when you turn venom, there's like a grace period before you're like a full-on venom.
Yeah, you've got to do like venom boot camp, if you will.
Yeah, it's like you're in like a middle ground where it's like you have the ability to pull from other magic, but you're not fully there yet, and it's like, oh, you pull one too many times, and then you're full venom,
and then you're there,
and then you're locked in. And so this whole time he's like kind of in a middle ground where his eyes are not bloodshot. He doesn't have the red veins unless he channels the magic,
and then he gets like the red rim around his eyes
for just like a little bit, maybe the rest of the night, evening. He gets some rest and it goes away until you're full venom, and then it's just there. So like, yeah, that's kind of what you have to pick up on, is that there's a little grace period after where you're like in the gray area of being venom. And I guess being venom also does not sever your bond with your dragon, because he's still bonded to Sigale.
And also Jack fucking Barlow is also still bonded to his dragon.
And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get this out of the way. I did rate this book 5 stars, but there are things in this book, I don't know who that motherfucker is. You bring up a certain character, I don't know who that is. There are certain things I don't really know what was going on.
What's Llewellyn?
Why is Pancheck so important all of a sudden? I don't really know.
Who is Pancheck? Was he, I know his name has been before, as it has existed, definitely. Where? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't paying that close attention. I was concerned about Bodhi and Xaden.
There's a couple of things in there that I've seen people like backlash about, rate it lower. I don't give a fuck. It's still, I'd rate it 6 stars if I could, because I love this series and I love these characters. And I love
Rebecca is like Sarah to me. Like, they can just really, I fear, do no wrong.
Literally. I'm like,
if it keeps me gripped in there.
Yeah, it's a good book.
The only Sarah book that I've ever rated 4 stars. Yeah, there might be things that I don't know. The only like Sarah book that I've ever rated 4 stars was Tower of Dawn. Why? Because it didn't have me clutching my pearls. And I just actually because I don't give a fuck about
Kale.
I don't give a fuck about Kale. But like, and if Rebecca ever did a book about, I don't know, like if there was a whole book from Rhiannon's point of view, I love her. I don't give a fuck about what she has to say.
No, I agree. And I just like, I'm just going to put that out there. There are things I didn't fucking understand, and we'll talk about it later. But for everybody saying that it wasn't 5 stars, fuck off. Bye.
Have a fucking drink for once.
Yeah, like, literally take a chill pill.
Get a drink and a cigarette and fucking relax.
Yeah, relax. Take a bubble bath. Just some chai tea. Okay, so 2 goals Violet has is cure Xaden of his middle ground venomness and find Andarna's relatives, because she is the 7th breed of dragon, which is also kind of Andarna's. She's like trying to do it for her too. They're hoping that the 7th breed of dragon will come help them in the war. And also Andarna was like, I want to know my family. Even though they clearly don't give a fuck about her.
Plot twist, but they suck.
They suck. So basically they're back at Basgiath, kind of doing some teachings, whatever. Jack Barlow's like in a cave in a cell somewhere. Every now and then Violet will go like interrogate him. And so like there's still some weird shit going on. I wasn't really fully like solid on what was happening until they started with the quest squad. When they all got on their dragons. I'm going to be
very honest. I fear that I might have been... I might have been a little bit under the influence when I was reading this. And now I'm starting to remember that. I'm starting to think that I maybe don't remember a whole lot about this book.
Okay, that's okay. We can always reread
because
it.
I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, you're right. There was part of the book that wasn't Quest Squad.
What the hell?
And then I'm thinking of that random bit where Xaden became a professor.
Yes, so I'll get there because I do kind of remember that. But I'm looking at my Apple Watch. Dylan just ordered food, and he didn't even ask me what I wanted.
Maybe he ordered you some
Olive, for the love of Christ.
Maybe he ordered you some.
He better. I'm gonna text him.
Otherwise,
did you order me something?
Buy a gun.
Literally.
I saw a fucking meme earlier. I sent it to you, and it said, "Nice high beams, bro. Do you want to see what an unregistered gun looks like?"
Olive!
Sorry. She's driving me fucking nuts. Anyways, yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about this book. Maybe like the last 150 to 100 pages. Like the Quest Squad, I'm like, I remember.
Yeah. So basically what happens is after Iron Flame freaks out and like Xaden and Violet save the day, they get the Ward Stone back up. All of the rebels who rebelled and went to Erasia have been pardoned, basically. Erasia's still there, but the wards are like kind of faulty over there. And that was another reason they need the 7th breed of dragon so that they can fire the Ward Stones and get the wards up to working like full power. And so all the rebels have been pardoned. They're kind of getting back into the groove of like regular classes because they still want everyone to graduate. And they have like the first years and everything. Everyone's been to threshing, whatever. And now they're actually like working with their squads that have now bonded dragons and they're like kind of really locked in. And Xaden has to stay nearby because he keeps kind of flying off. He's like throwing little bitch fits here and there about like it's not safe for me to be around. What if I channel? And it's like have some self-control. I don't know what to tell you. If I was Violet, I would have said have some self-control and be a man and just don't do it. Maybe.
Bro, Violet pissed me off bad in Iron Flame, and Xaden was pissing me off bad in Onyx Storm.
Onyx Storm.
Like,
no, literally.
Do either of them ever have 5 minutes of not being fucking annoying?
Except
like
I
if
love
one's
them.
not, no, I love them. But if one of them isn't being annoying, the other one's like, oh fuck, I gotta clock in, guys.
Their
can you just be
communication
fucking
skills
normal?
are so bad.
Ass. For people who can literally
read
read each other's fucking minds, you guys don't know how to fucking communicate.
No, literally.
Damn.
Literally. So they're getting into their squads, whatever. Dane is still wing leader. Rhiannon is the squad leader. And Xaden has since graduated, but they need to kind of keep him around. So they have a little bit of back and forth, whatever. It felt like a lot of the beginning of this book was like almost world building after the war in Iron Flame. The beginning part was kind of just like getting the whole concept of what Basgiath was now resituated. And in order to keep Xaden around, he takes up a job as a professor, basically doing what Professor Carr was doing and training people's signets.
But Carr is still there.
But he kind of got in trouble because he almost fucking killed Violet and didn't teach her anything. So Xaden
Did he actually get in trouble though? He was still relevant. Like he was still there though.
He was still there, but he wasn't. I don't know. For some reason he.
I highly doubt he got in trouble because Dane's dad is now
Yeah, you're right.
where Violet's
You're right.
mom was.
I don't really
And
know
he's the
how
worst
Carr
character.
lost his position, but Xaden and Garrick now run that class. And
Also, what was Garrick doing? Were they not supposed to be at stations? Like, were they not supposed to be at
yeah, like Mira was
outbooks?
occasionally at a station.
Yeah.
Not really sure. I might have to reread it.
I might have to reread this too.
But I know that, and I know that they were working on signets, and I know that then they decided to go on their little squad quest with Andarna to find the seventh breed, and because the only one bonded to a seventh breed was Violet, she got to lead that thing. And they go the first round. They're going to basically all the different isles around the main continent area, which is not on the map, which I wish it was on the map, because then it would kind of make more sense to me. But they go as a team this first time, and Violet is forced to bring a bunch of fuckholes that she doesn't fucking trust. They don't like each other. One guy gets burned to death. Her fucking ex-boyfriend shows up, who is Aric's older brother, and the guy in line for the throne, the prince
And
guy. Holden sucks bad. He's an arrogant, narcissistic little prick. And he gets to go on this little trip because they need like a royal person to talk politics with all the higher ups on the Isles. And so basically all goes to shit. And Violet comes back and she's like, I fucking told you so. You didn't let me bring the people I wanted to bring. You didn't let me bring any Griffin Riders. And now these motherfuckers are dead. So, yeah. Let me bring my own
Also,
team.
there's that one random girl who was like Violet's number one fucking op for some reason.
Yeah, so there's a couple of people at Basgiath that still hate the rebels, still hate the Griffin Riders. And, like, imagine extreme right-left. Right-left. Extreme right people. That's them. They see all the facts, they're out on the table, and they still hate these motherfuckers. Why?
Yeah, they're
we
like,
don't know.
actually, I am still going to wear my white pointy hat, and you can take your fucking juice box and stick it or suck it or whatever that fucking saying is.
So, listen.
Freak behavior.
Freak behavior. She sets some fucker on fire, and whatever. It goes to hell, and she's like, listen, let me bring my squad. I'll pick my people, and if we succeed, you know, then I'll say I told you so, and you can suck my little dick and balls. And so she picks her squad, and now it's a couple of Griffin Riders, Catriona included. Xaden, obviously. Riddick is like, hey, I'm coming with you because shit hits the fan when you are without your squad. So at least one of our squad members has to be here because Rhiannon is dealing with the first years and Dane is the wing
squad leader. Dane's wing leader.
Basically,
Sawyer
Riddick's
is
like,
injured.
I'm the only. Yeah, Sawyer is pouting this entire book because he lost his leg.
Which, like,
and he's
fair.
like,
I would also be
fair.
pretty pissed if I lost my leg.
But whatever. And so Riddick's like, I'm going. And my favorite part of this entire book is that Riddick has such quality page time. And I love that man. I love that man in the way that Maddie loves Azriel. I would die for Riddick. And I swear if Rebecca Yarros lays a finger on him, I'm going to lose my mind because I love him. The comedic relief in this was 90% Andarna and Riddick. It was fantastic and it was so good.
Yeah. I fucking love Riddick.
Basically, they go to all the Isles and they're talking to all of their little people, and shit kind of hits the fan at every single Isle, honestly. We are, throughout this, though, getting a little bit of a Dane redemption arc. Dane is being hot eyes and sexy. On me, Ados. Dane eyes on me, Ados.
Dane could get it. Whatever.
Dane could get it. I take it back. I like him. Him and Sloane kind of having a little thing. Loving that.
I keep seeing things that are like Dane and Sloane are the balance for Xaden and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that? One
Also, you know
question,
who
what
needs
the
to drop
fuck?
dead? Who needs to drop dead?
Whom?
Nyx, whoever the fuck that kid is, the new shadow wielder. I hate him. Get out of this lane. We don't need
He's
you.
made one appearance.
I know. Fuck him. I hate him.
No, that's fair.
And Dane's dad also needs to drop dead. Halden needs to drop dead. And you know what I also thought was very funny? I keep seeing memes about Auric. So basically, eventually, Auric decides that he's going to step into it because he's technically still royalty. He's like, Halden, you don't get to go anymore because you're a fuck-ass idiot and I hate you and everyone here hates you. And I have a dragon that I can ride. Otherwise, the Griffins have to carry you in a little basket.
Which was
And that's embarrassing.
fucking hilarious. I cannot wait for this to be adapted into a screen to see some like, you know, pretty like conventionally hot guy stumbling out of a fucking basket.
No, literally.
It's
Literally, I
gonna be
can't wait for
so
that.
funny.
But he starts going. I think it's so funny when they go. They end up bringing Dane along on the quest squad because they're like, oh, Dane can speak these languages on these 2 isles, and he needs to translate for us. And
Period.
balloons just came up on my screen. And so they're like, okay, yeah, he can go. And then Auric will be the royalty person. And they get there and Dane's trying to translate and Auric just starts speaking fluently in every language. And they're all like, what the fuck, Auric? What? Dane, first of all, didn't even need to be there. And Auric's just like, well, you sounded stupid as hell, so I had to step in.
I love Auric. I really, really do.
And
I
also the
was
fact
very
that
surprised
he's-
with the Dane and Sloane thing because I really thought it was going to be Auric and Sloane.
Yeah, that would have been really cute.
Yeah.
You know what was really sad that I think we should
What?
talk about?
Well, if it's sad, I
Catriona
don't
has a
wanna.
bit of a redemption arc. She was being a little bit of a mean girl in Iron Flame. Actually, a big bit of a mean
No,
girl.
she was being a cunt.
Yeah. And she kind of she starts having a thing with this other flyer. Takaris? No, that's her uncle.
No.
What's his name?
No.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
Uh,
Gabriel or something.
No, it starts with a T. It's
That's
some other
wrong.
dude. That's a flyer, and they kind of have a
Trevor.
little thing, and it's very
No.
Trevor. I don't think it's Trevor. We'll call him
It's
Trevor
not.
for now. So she's got a thing with Trevor, and they start, having their little whatever. And then they get to this crazy ass fucking aisle. So every aisle they get to before this is like, we're going to fight you and then see if you're worthy to talk to our prince or our royalty, whatever that is. But then they get to this fuck ass crazy aisle. They get there. The crowds are roaring. They've got a whole festival going. And they're like, we're here for the dragons. We can't believe you came. We love you guys. And this is the Isle of Luck. Like Zinhal or whatever is the god that they worship. And that's the god of luck. And then this woman, this like whatever old lady is like, we have to pull out the cards. And you have to see what Zinhal grants you. And you can't complain. She pulls out the fucking tarot cards. And they all have to line up, and you flip the card over, and it's like, what do you get? An ice cream sandwich? What do you get?
Traeger.
A shot to the face? His name is Traeger. Trevor's close.
Trevor. His name's
So-
Traeger.
They're all lined up. They're flipping cards over, and it's like, you get a kitten. One person gets a fucking kitten. Crazy.
Yeah, which by the way,
random
where the
little
fuck is
sprinkle.
broccoli?
Where is broccoli at the end of this book? Somebody tell
Where's
me where broccoli
broccoli?
is.
Don't care.
But
Where's
anyways, so
broccoli?
they all get through the entire line of the quest squad of it's just like random shit. One guy, Dane, gets like slapped in the face, and every time Violet has to
Deservingly.
say thank you, and it was very funny. And then right at the very end, they flip the tarot card over, and it's like, oh, an arrow.
An arrow.
And Traeger gets fucking shot right through the heart or something. He drops dead. So obviously his griffin drops dead. And everyone, and then Violet has to say thank you. And then they're like, well, I think they show up in the war at the end. But
yeah,
I
but
really
like
don't
they're
know.
freaks. I don't really trust them.
They're
so
freaks.
much.
They are freaks.
Like that
they're
was
freaks.
crazy crazy.
Yeah, crazy work. And then we get to another aisle and we have like a whole issue with Xaden. He finds his long lost mommy. He has mommy issues. And
She
fucking
ran off,
Garrick.
got remarried, has
Garrick
babies.
shoves
Garrick's
a cake in his
fat
face
ass.
that's poisoned. he falls over, starts fucking gagging on cake, dying. And Violet's panicking, running through the castle trying to find a cure. Luckily, because she's smarty smart, she also poisoned the rich people and also finds the cure. And Xaden punches the cook, or not Xaden, Riddick punches the cook for
'Cause he got
almost stabbing
stabbed.
him. Almost. He stabbed his flight jacket. And he was really pissed about it. And we love that scene with Riddick. If you know, you know. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then they go to the other aisles. And they finally find the 7th breed at some random ass island that they decided to stop at. And all of the Irids, which is what the 7th breed is called, basically look at Andarna and they're like, fuck you, we hate you, get lost.
Your people are evil, and also I can't believe you're helping them be evil.
And it's really sad. And Andarna gets her feelings hurt, and it is sad.
Yes.
And then they also find out almost everyone in the squad finds out that Xaden's fucking Venom at some point around there. And everyone's like, oh shit, he's Venom. And then they go back, and then there's a big old war.
Yeah.
Oh, and something goes on with Mira and their grandma.
There's a weird side bit with the grandma and Mira. And then Thea Poopy Pop. I don't know her name. Whatever her name is.
Thea Panini.
Thea Peonies. Theopane.
This
I don't know what the fuck her
this
name
Venom
is.
woman keeps following Violet around.
Yeah. And she's like, you're going to be my friend. And Violet's like, I don't wanna. And Theopane is like, yeah, girl.
You're going to be my friend, girl.
And then
You're going to be
randomly,
my friend, girl.
they steal Mira, and then they show up, and she's like, okay, let my sister go, because like you said if I showed up I'd let her go. And she was like, no, I fucking didn't, and slits Mira's throat.
Luckily Mira gets saved, but that was crazy work.
That was
And we also find out that Theopane is a storm wielder, like their mom who died. I don't know. And she's making a tornado, and they're all getting caught up in this tornado.
Yeah.
And it's going crazy. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking and freaking out. They're going crazy. And then, so whatever, there's basically just a big war happening, and Xaden has to channel a fucking Gen. And we find out that Auric, is, like, he can see battles. Like, he basically can do what Melgren does, but, like, for realsies, even when but better. So, rock on for him, because he's leaving little notes here and there for Violet. We find out that Violet's second Singlet is a Dreamwalker, which is, like, a type of Intensic, which I did see Intensic coming.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see more of that.
Oh, what do you think Bodhi's second Singlet is?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, when they were just like, oh yeah, Garrick can jump around like a little frog.
Bro, that was hilarious.
It was so
and
funny.
Then Violet was like, Bodhi, what's your second Singlet? And he was like, I don't know.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? I don't have one. And she's
I want to know.
I know you do. And he's like, I don't know. And I will say one thing, the spice in this was a little underwhelming. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I loved the
like
chapters for sure.
Scenes.
I think there was like 2 or 3, and there was only one that was like a for real, which would be the one where he was like, there's no magic, and they break a table. Loved that. However, it's hard to beat the throne scene in Iron Flame. It's hard to beat that. I don't think there was like an iconic spicy scene. Honestly, the most iconic thing that happened spice wise was Eyes on Me fucking Dane Ados.
Bro.
So I was like,
literally.
I'm sad. And Riddick saying, she said, when that girl said, I don't fuck second years, he said, good thing I fuck like a third. Ooh, Riddick, I love you, man. I love that man. I love that man.
Fair.
And I
So
swear, in this
fair.
live screen adaptation, if Riddick is not sexy hot, like I'm picturing him in my brain, I'm gonna lose it.
All of these
I'm gonna
characters
lose
better
it.
be sexy hot.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think if anything more bizarre happens. I mean, oh yeah, I thought we were gonna get a full answer on why Violet's hair is like kind of silver. They get to the island and they're like, "Oh, you've been touched by the temple. What temple? What people are touching them? This seems weird."
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
I like it.
I'm only left with like some more questions. Not really sure what's happening there. We didn't get a whole lot
Yeah.
answered for sure. And then obviously we have to talk. Okay. This and then the very end of the book. There is some random POVs that we get at the end. We get a Rhiannon POV. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Then we get an
Yeah.
Imogen POV. Which normally I don't really give a fuck. I like Imogen, but like whatever. But there's
One
this
thing about
arc-
Imogen. She's gay, and I'm mad that she's not gay in the book. She
in
has
my
a
heart,
pink-
she's gay.
She's gay.
But apparently not. Apparently she's in love with Garrick.
Wrong. She's gay.
I think she's gay too.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but she's in love with Garrick apparently. Whatever.
Apparently.
I honestly forgot about that, and I thought she was in love with Quinn. I was wrong.
I did too.
But whatever. We get to the end, and we get some explanation here that if you're smart, you probably already knew. Her and Quinn are just really good best friends, and now I feel like when I read this book, I'm gonna be paying attention to that again, and it's gonna ruin me because her point of view, Quinn gets unalived.
Dies.
And they have like a little flashback to like when they first became friends, when they were about to cross the parapet, and it's gut wrenching. The thing that she says, like whenever she's like, "Hi, I'm blah blah blah, and I think we should be friends," that is like almost verbatim what I said to Maddie when I met her at like 12 years old. So when I was reading that, I was like, no, this one's hitting way too deep.
Yeah, I really couldn't do it because that is exactly like you said, "Hi, I'm Carrie. I like One Direction. We should be friends." And I said, "Fucking say less."
And we became friends. And it was just like,
And she said,
it was
"Hi,
like
I'm
jarring.
Quinn Hughes. We should be friends."
We should be
And
friends. And
Imogen
she's like, well,
goes,
it might not
"It's
be a
gonna
long one or something.
Might not. We are about to like possibly die. She goes, "Well, then we'll just make it a good one."
And as she's dying, she goes, "We made it a good one.
Bye.
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 Bye." That one
Get
hurt.
off my screen. Get off my line. Don't look at me.
That one's up there with Liam's death for me. That's up there with "It's Been My Honor" is with "We Made It a Good One."
I will never reread Fourth Wing because I simply
will.
cannot do Liam's death again.
We have to.
No,
We
you
have
can't
to.
make me.
We have to. I can.
No, I won't.
We have to, and I will, and we can.
I won't.
I
shan't and I
but-
can't.
The very end, we get like this whole whatever back and forth thing happening in the war and whatever, these different perspectives. And then there's like a 12-hour time jump where nobody knows what happened. But we know that Violet wakes up with no memory of the last 12 hours. Imogen has taken her memories away because supposedly Violet asked her to.
asked.
And she is now married to Xaden. And there's a little note that's from Xaden that says, "Don't come looking for me. It's yours now," or something like that.
Except
I
for
have
he has Garrick and Bodhi. So what do
Yeah,
you
what
mean
the
don't
fuck is
come
he doing
looking
with
for
them?
him?
Yeah.
You've taken them. Also,
I
isn't
saw
Arik gone?
Yes. Because
So-
he manifested in his war singlet, and I think they took him with him.
Yeah. So Xaden says, "Don't come looking for me," but I've got Arik, Garrick, and Bodhi. Okay, first
Yeah.
of all, you could take a strand of Bodhi's hair and I'm following you. Where are you taking my husband?
No, literally. And I'm so sad we didn't get a Riddick POV. I did like that we got to see
I
the relationship
know.
between other writers and their dragons. That was really
oh my
fun.
god, that was so funny. Yeah.
But yeah, at the very end, I saw a theory that it was like, oh, they took the last piece of Zayden's soul and like embedded it into the ring or something, so that now because he had to go like full venom to channel win the war or something. But like like when he says it's yours now, people are thinking that it means like, oh, I'm like the whole book when he's saying like, I'm yours, my soul is yours, like everything, that he's like here. And like somehow they're gonna like embed his soul back into him. I don't know,
right? Because it can't be, because the whole time he's referring to his like land that he is Duke of, or Duke, whatever. He's referring to his land as she. Mm-hmm. Like the land is a girl, so it's not like the place is yours now. Mm-hmm. I agree. I think he's saying the rest is yours. Like what was left of my soul is yours.
I don't know, but I'm a little afraid of what's going to happen in the fourth one. I know we're not going to get it for 2 years, so that means I have plenty of time to reread this and know what the fuck is happening. And figure out who these characters. I'm gonna have to make a character chart. I'm gonna be that meme of that guy with all the red string, like connecting all the dots.
Literally, like Excel sheet, trying to keep track of these motherfuckers.
I don't know who these motherfuckers are.
The first page has like a breakdown of just their squad, but I'm like, that's not helpful. I know these guys.
I need more. I need you to let me know who these other motherfuckers are. Because I don't know. I don't know that man.
Me, when Pancheck showed up, that motherfucker's not real.
Yeah, there's like the big like reveal, or one of the big reveals at the end of like that little side story is that like Pancheck is like involved in it. I'm like, that whole time I'm reading that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's been doing this whole time. I was not focused on him even a little bit.
I don't remember anything about that man. He could pass me in the street and I would not know that man. Sorry to this man.
Sorry to this man. I do not know you. I've never seen you in my life. So, I don't know. That was Onyx Storm though. And I fucking loved it. And I'm getting a dragon tattoo in March.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm like, bruh. Brian asked me, I don't know, 2 nights ago, he was like, what is your caption on Instagram? I'm like, bruh.
Have you ever seen Role Model?
I'm like, bruh. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know.
I'm like, bruh.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck? I'm like,
bruh. Oh, hell no. What the fuck? I'm like, bruh. For those of you watching, it's a clip of Role Model.
Just Google it.
You know what? Yeah, look up Role Model. I'm like, bruh.
I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, so that's book club this week. Thanks for watching. I love you guys.
We'll be back in 2 weeks talking about something
good news. If you made it this far in the episode, we launched our YouTube channel. We have our first video out. It will be linked below. Go watch it. Go subscribe to the channel. And also follow us on Spotify, Instagram, Goodreads, Fable, and TikTok. All linked below. Love you.
Love ya.